From taking over Gaza to gutting America's civil service, Trump and Musk are teaming up in ways no one would have imagined. They're not just changing policies, they're flipping the system upside down. In this video, we uncover the 10 most shocking things they're doing that could permanently reshape America and maybe the world. Elon Musk's Doge shadow government is real. Trump appointed Elon Musk as the head of Doge, short for Department of Government Efficiency. But here's the twist. This department isn't even official. Still, it somehow gave Musk real power to fire civil servants, access the Treasury's trillion-dollar payment system, and erase entire federal websites without oversight. His hand-picked team of tech bros, many fresh out of coding boot camps with no prior experience in public administration, marched into federal offices, locked out seasoned staff, and scrubbed mentions of climate change, DEI initiatives, and even basic science from online platforms. Musk isn't a full-time government employee either. He holds a strange special status that helps him dodge financial disclosures, background checks, and Senate vetting. According to multiple insider reports, even agencies like NASA and NOAA were quietly invaded by Doge operatives to delete scientific content and force high-level resignations. The richest man in the world is now effectively running part of the US government, without being elected, appointed through Congress, or even confirmed. And shockingly, almost no one is stopping him. And just when you think that's wild, here comes the next twist: the mass purge of federal workers. Imagine getting an email saying, "Quit now and we'll still pay you till September." Sounds sketchy, right? That's what millions of federal employees received. Doge rolled out a government-wide buyout offer, encouraging resignations with full pay, without approval from Congress. The catch? No clear rules, no legal framework. Some workers, like those at the National Transportation Safety Board, were told they weren't eligible, after they had already submitted resignations. Unions begged people not to fall for it. Meanwhile, employees who resisted were mysteriously placed on administrative leave or locked out of systems. Critics say this isn't cost-cutting, it's a hostile takeover. By pushing people out fast, the Trump-Musk alliance gets to replace seasoned professionals with loyalists. It's not about savings, it's about control. But wait, things only continue to get crazier from here. USAID dismantled overnight. USAID, the agency that provides food, medicine, and disaster relief around the world, was essentially shut down overnight. Without any new law, congressional approval, or public debate, Trump and Musk labeled the agency wasteful and accused it of handing out luxury condoms to terrorists. The claims? Completely false and wildly exaggerated. Still, Doge locked the agency's doors, shut down its website, and sent home 10,000 employees without warning. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was randomly named its acting head, despite having no background in humanitarian work. Critical programs for AIDS relief, famine zones, disaster response, and maternal health were paused or axed entirely, leaving vulnerable populations at even greater risk. Former USAID officials warned this will cost lives, and they're right. But none of that mattered. Musk tweeted about feeding USAID into a wood chipper, while the real-world consequences spread across dozens of countries. This isn't just policy, it's a calculated dismantling of America's global presence and moral leadership. Hold on, because the next move might just top that. The loyalty tests, FBI, DOJ, and beyond. Working for the government now comes with a catch. You must be loyal to Trump, not America. Trump's DOJ has already fired dozens of prosecutors and FBI officials who worked on January 6th cases. Now, employees are filling out loyalty questionnaires asking if they supported those investigations and whether they've ever expressed criticism of Trump on social media or in past roles. DOJ heads were clear. If you can't be trusted to serve Trump's agenda, you're out. At the FBI, leaders were ordered to turn over names of everyone involved in Capitol riot probes. Even job applicants are being asked whether they believe Trump won the 2020 election and who they think the real patriots were on January 6th. Whistleblowers were fired. Others stayed silent in fear. It's not about justice anymore. It's about bending the entire justice system to serve one man's political goals and personal revenge. And believe it or not, we're just getting started. A systematic dismantling of the civil service ethos. Since the 1880s, the U.S. civil service has run on a simple idea. Government workers serve the Constitution, not political parties. Trump and Musk are trying to end that legacy. Doge's real mission? Break the morale of civil servants. Musk's emails told workers they were expendable. Whistleblowers like Nick Gottlieb, who refused illegal orders at USAID, were fired. Agencies have started banning DEI programs and asking employees to spy on each other. Loyalty is now measured by how far you're willing to go to follow orders, even if they're unconstitutional. It's not about reform, it's about returning to a patronage system where jobs go to friends, loyalists, and donors. And it's working. Veteran experts are leaving. Young loyalists are replacing them. The system built to serve all Americans is being redesigned to serve a chosen few. Things were already intense, but then came this: billionaire payoffs and legal extortion. Imagine suing Facebook and then walking away with $25 million, most of which goes to your presidential library. That's exactly what Trump did with Meta. Now Paramount is next. These aren't your average lawsuits, they're pressure tactics. Executives close to Trump revealed they feared retaliation if they didn't settle. And Trump's new FCC appointee is demanding internal media transcripts. This isn't business. It's extortion wearing a red tie. Analysts say this resembles how dictatorships shake down companies. The difference? In America, it's now happening with legal paperwork and a smile. If this continues, freedom of the press could become a relic. Because in Trump's playbook, either you pay up or you get punished. But wait, things only get crazier from here. The takeover of Gaza Trump shocked the world when he said the U.S. should take over Gaza and relocate the Palestinian population. At a press conference with Israel's Netanyahu, he called the war-torn region the future Riviera of the Middle East. He even suggested making the displacement permanent, until his own officials had to walk it back. Legal experts were stunned. Forced deportation of civilians violates international law and could constitute a war crime. But to Trump, this was just another deal, like building a hotel or flipping a property. He reportedly pitched the idea of beachfront resorts, luxury condos, and U.S.-Israeli joint ventures. The world was left asking, is this foreign policy or a real estate fantasy? Either way, it turned one of the world's most sensitive conflicts into a bizarre sales pitch for empire building and beachfront geopolitics. And just when it couldn't get more absurd, this happened next. Culture wars as executive orders. Trump isn't just tweeting about the culture wars, he's writing them into law. He banned transgender women from competing in female sports, even at the 2028 Olympics. He threatened to block visas for foreign athletes and erased DEI programs across every federal agency. Then came the loyalty filters. Applicants are now vetted on whether they support Trump's 2020 win claims. Even the Air Force temporarily deleted videos honoring the Tuskegee Airmen and female war pilots. Internal memos now urge employees to report anyone using coded DEI language. Colleagues spying on colleagues? That's not patriotism, it's paranoia. America's public institutions are turning into loyalty labs, where the prize isn't service, it's survival. And if that wasn't enough, prepare yourself for what happened next. Economic chaos as political theater. Trump declared a national economic emergency and threatened massive tariffs. 25% on goods from Canada and Mexico, 10% on China. The result? Markets panicked. Allies were furious. But after a few phone calls and symbolic promises, Trump pulled back. Mexico promised 10,000 troops. Canada pledged $1.3 billion in border security. Economists called the episode chaotic. Trump called it a win. Critics say this isn't policy, it's a TV drama. Markets rise and fall based on what he tweets. It may be entertaining, but it's also dangerous. Real economies aren't reality shows. But when every week is an episode, the damage stacks up like bad ratings. And just when you think the final scene is near, there is one more twist. Environmental policy erased with a click. While wildfires rage and records keep breaking, Trump and Musk are deleting climate change like it's a typo. Federal websites scrub the term. NOAA scientists were told to stop speaking to international peers. Musk's Doge team seized EPA and NASA sites, erasing pages and programs focused on sustainability and clean energy. Then Trump ordered water released from California reservoirs, claiming it would help fight fires in Los Angeles, 100 miles away. Experts called it wasteful. Trump chuckled, saying he did it in a rough way. This isn't science, it's sabotage. And as the world warms, the US is throwing its climate playbook into the shredder. From loyalty tests to deleting climate science, this isn't just politics. It's a power shift like never before. Whether you see it as chaos or control, one thing's clear: America will never be the same. Which of these shocked you most? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.